Today we have a Power Rangers Samurai cosplay sword weapon. Now, it does work, but I have a few interesting thoughts about this. Like, first of all, if you're gonna hold it on your belt like this, oops, I stabbed myself. Oops, I stabbed myself. Oops, I stabbed myself. It's not designed very good for the, holding on your belt. Second thing that is if it's supposed to be a gun and you're shooting it like that, that's kind of silly because you just pulled it out like this and it's like that. Now, I would say that if you're... Yeah, it's very noisy. Now, if there's also another little thing I don't really like about it is, the design. I like it because it's Power Rangers, and I like it because it's a sword and it's pretty cool, but, well, it flips open, but you have to like jab it. There's no button here. There should be like a button or something, like a release button. There's no release button. Now, if you were using it as a gun, kind of like a rifle type gun, and you shot it, well, earlier it was working. Now it's just making the sword sound. Huh. Well, anyway, if you're trying to use it this way to be a gun, dang gum, thing's loud. It's too loud. That's another problem with it. It's too loud. Now, see, when opening it, it's pretty okay, but when shutting it, you didn't try to put it even, see, you didn't go in to try to like this, right? Boom, and oops, I stabbed myself. See? And who shoots a gun like this? It's designed to be like shot backwards, But it's supposed to be shot this way, or what are you doing? Putting it up on your shoulder and shooting it like that? And then it won't shut up. It's like takes forever to shut up. And again, no button to release it, so you kind of have to do it yourself. And then it would work better if you try to make it a gun this way, but it doesn't make the noise unless you... See, it would work better as a gun, like a rifle type deal. And it would work better if you held it like this on your belt, not like this. You know what I'm getting at? And so like this. It's too freaking loud. It's too loud. Not sure if there's a... Oh, it's a nice little sword weapon, but the idea that it folds is kind of stupid. It's from Power Rangers Samurai. I mean, the only thing that really makes it stupid is the idea that this is here. I know it's to show what the weapon looks like in the show, but do people not, you know, think before making fantasy sci-fi weapons or whatever? Because if they would think and be like, would this really work in real life, half the time they would be like, no. People need to think about making these sci-fi weapons. They need to do a little bit of technical advisory and find out if it would work in real life. If it won't work in real life because it's design flawed or just stupid or something, yeah, it looks cool, but does it work in real life? I want real life accuracy weapons. Not look cool just because it's a TV show and some artist or cartoonist or designer decided to draw it because it looks cool. Make it actually practical and really work in real life. Not just look cool, but practical. Looking cool, not as cool as practical. Practical is cooler than looking cool. If you want to be cool, be practical. Anyway, remember God is good all the time. All the time God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Really wish they had a button to press to release this thing in the sword mode. I mean, it's awesome in sword mode. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not cool. I'm going to say, though, that, okay, we're in the future. Well, it is Power Ranger Samurai, so I will say, okay, yeah, they would have samurai weapons like swords and stuff. But why the freak would you make a futuristic samurai sword? I mean, a regular samurai sword, a regular sword would be just as good. Why would you make like some kind of techno gadget sword? Unless it just had special powers that could slice through like anything, like Electro Blade or some kind of deal. That's the thing I didn't get. These sci-fi shows making swords. We're like in the future and stuff. Why would you still use a sword? Even the Jedis use swords, but they could just get shot at with laser guns. Laser guns. I mean, we got guns now. Did you not see Indiana Jones? That guy had that sword in Indiana Jones. He was like all fancy, and then Indiana Jones was like, bang, you're dead with his gun. We got guns. Why would you need fucking swords? Shh. Oh my gosh. It's like people just don't comprehend the fact that we got guns. Then again, I think the Power Rangers are like a defensive group of like superheroes or whatever, so it's like defensive, so they don't like aren't aggressive, but really we got guns. Why do you need swords? And if you're going to use a sword, why would you spend like thousands of dollars or millions of dollars or whatever to make like a futuristic techno gadget sword that, I mean, unless it can be used as a gun, it's stupid. I mean, now shooting it like a rifle this way would be kind of cool, but unless the dadgum blade, unless you create a sword that can be used as a laser gun or something, is dumb. And the bullets would have to fire like right out here, because we have a blade here, but the blade is up so high that the bullet would fire and hit the blade. So, design flaw. This piece right here should be up to about here. That way, that could be the air. Well, my bad. Y'all aren't seeing it. This piece right here should be about up to here. So that would be where the laser bullets or whatever would come out. Because they'd have to avoid the blade. You know, you couldn't hit the blade with a bullet that would hit the blade, and it would no telling where the bullet would go. It might ricochet and hit you face. So you would have to have it like at least here, so that you could go pew. Either that, or you would need this blade down a little bit below. This part right here is pretty cool to be the gun, but when you have a sword or a bayonet, fixed bayonet on a rifle, you have the bayonet under the area where the bullet is, historically speaking. And there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because if you have the blade too close to where the bullet fires out, the bullet is going to hit the bayonet or the blade area, and it's going to ricochet and damage your blade, your bayonet. But not only will that, but it could possibly ricochet back at you and kill you. You don't want that, do you? So realistically, if you're going to make a gun sword, a rifle gun sword, because that'd be the best way to do it, you would have to make a bullet area above the blade area. So it would be like the blade's here, the bullet would have to be here. Also, realistically, if you're going to make a gun sword, the historical gun swords didn't do that. Now, there were rifles and stuff that had bayonets underneath the bullet, but a historical gun sword, in real life, they put a gun right here at the hilt, just like a regular gun is, right? Bang. They put a gun at the hilt. That way you could shoot it. And then when you ran out of bullets, yes, they historically did make some gun swords that were actually like that. Look it up. A historical, accurate gun sword. Anyway, you would shoot like this, like a gun, and then you would have the sword for when you ran out of bullets or close range combat. Now, it stopped being used and not many people made them, but they do exist. So check it out. Look it up. Anyway, as a sword, this thing is great. As the gun idea, it's retarded. As the way you fold it up and hold it on you, it's retarded. It should have just a sheath to go with it, or like a way to put it on your back, you know? Like, back. You should just carry it like a sheath, because samurais, they just carried their freaking weapons on them like this all the time. They didn't even have sheaths, I don't think, back in Japan and stuff. That was like more of a medieval idea that we had sheaths. They would just carry their blades open about them in Japan and China and stuff. And they'd be like, wah! So, if you're going to do a show about samurais and it's Power Rangers, look up actual real samurais and what they really did, okay? And make the show accurate, historically. Which I don't think they really did with Power Rangers Samurai. They didn't really make the show actually historically accurate. Because samurais would... Some of them would detest putting on Power Ranger armor. I mean, you did have some of those samurais that wore armor. And then you had some of them that liked to not wear armor. Some of them figured armor was a disgrace. You know, if you couldn't do it on your own, it was like, you know, they thought that if you weren't able to take out the bad guy with your swords with no armor, it was like an honor thing, you know, an honor thing. They believed in a code of honor and stuff. They had a warrior code of honor. They wouldn't want special weapons. They would want to be able to prove that they could do it based on skill, not based on technology or weapons. So they, no self-respecting samurai would even create this thing. That's basically what I'm getting at. Especially not with the idea that it's going to stab himself. Samurais like to stab other people in fair combat, one-on-one, not stab themselves, you know? Anyway. So, remember, God's good all the time. All the time, God's good. Keep on gaming. Keep on collecting. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I know this has been like a long video to show off a cosplay weapon, but mostly it was me yapping about history and weapons and samurais and various different other things. And I hope y'all enjoyed that. And if I got anything wrong, challenge me on it. You know, prove me wrong. Put it in the comments down below. Send me a link to a video or something, or a website that actually shows that I was wrong about something that I said. Seriously, prove me wrong. I will gladly be proven wrong. If you can do it, go ahead. Try. But I'm just saying, I don't think the Power Ranger shows, even though, well, I could be wrong because they are based off of Super Sentai, but I'm not sure, which is a Japanese thing. I'm not sure they actually thought too much about real samurais. Now, that being said, maybe if the samurai lineage did just keep going through time, as everybody does, technology advances, and everybody does adapt technology, and maybe it's a combination of the new with the old. So you would keep your old traditions and add a little bit of the new flavor and new technology with your old traditions. That being said, maybe a newer samurai from today's time or the future would make technological swords. That's possible. But the folding thing, it folds in a way that stabs you. Nobody would want a sword that's going to fold and stab you. Anyway, remember, have a great day. Laters. Laters. Sword fight. I mean, I like weapons. I like the Power Ranger show. But sometimes the way they just design stuff is just retarded and stupid. You would think that they would have somebody on a staff that would be like, is this realistic? Could this be work in real life? You know, that kind of stuff. But I digress. Hope everybody has a great day and staying Corona free. Unless you like to drink Corona, then go out and buy a case of Corona. Me, I don't drink, so I ain't doing it. Laters. And I think up next, in my next video, I think I'm going to do a video of a different video for each one of these too. So stay tuned. And my last video I did the Iron Man weapons, which were pretty cool. I am Iron Man. You should definitely check out the video where I did the Iron Man cosplay stuff. It is amazing. Amazing. And I still got to do a video of this Bumblebee car too. So later. Just showed you a few things we're gonna do more videos of. Gonna do more videos of.